Hi, this is Cecilia from Tarot by Cecilia, and today is Wednesday, October 12th, 2022. The tarot card for today is the Four of Cups from the Whispering Spirits Tarot by Joanna Nelson. Joanna's someone I absolutely adore. She was my very first Kickstarter that I participated in, and I've been hooked ever since. And she has quite a few, decks to her credit right now that have gone through Kickstarter. And if you can follow her on Facebook or Instagram under Joanna Nelson Studio, I assure you her whole personality, her whole being, her whole lifestyle is reflected in these cards. She's just a very unique and wonderful individual. Now, our Four of Cups. This is a card that can often indicate that you're stuck in a rut. And what are you going to do about it? How are you going to get out of it? All right, when you look around and life is stale, flat, what happens? How did you get there? Did you become too comfortable with the status quo? I think that's what happens to most of us, is that we get so used to what we have going on that it's easier to just let it be than it is to deal with everything that change brings into our lives. But with this card, we're being asked to consider, what else is there? If I'm tired of this, what else should I be doing? So there's a lot of contemplating, a lot of thinking, assessing that's taking place. And under the Taurus moon today, things will be done maybe, just maybe, in a more methodical fashion. But something tells me that's not necessarily true. The moon's going to make a number of aspects. One is a conjunction to Uranus, a square to Saturn, a sextile with Neptune, and a trine with Pluto, which of course just went direct. Now we also have today a major aspect, which is an opposition between Mercury and Jupiter. So let's see how all of these play into our assessment, which is taking place today. Whenever Uranus is involved in your day, the moon aspects, they don't last for as long, but it's very easy to be impulsive. So you may find yourself in breakout mode where, things that you have allowed to become too comfortable, suddenly you up and, okay, I got to do something different today. I got to change this up a bit. It is what it is. Impulsive moves. Great deal of this is feeling like relationship type energy today. And, moon squaring Saturn is no different. When you feel Saturn's restrictive influences in your life and in your relationships, how are you going to react? Yeah, there's something going on here, right? That status quo, feeling uncomfortable, not being willing to accept, the way things are. So I think this is one of those days where you're doing a lot of considering what is going on. The moon sextile with Neptune is going to amp up feelings, like the sensitivity to feelings and emotions a great deal. Here again, this plays into your relationships, into your creativity, and, it's going to, have you really thinking about these types of things, especially, with your surroundings, the people who are in your sphere. The trine with Pluto, I think that almost speaks for itself because it's very transformative. And, with the moon, things are deeply felt and emotional. So there's just a lot that's happening here. Today's Four of Cups feels like it brings a great deal of awareness to your surroundings, asking you to pay attention to your relationships, the things you have allowed to be that perhaps shouldn't, and those which, you might want to check out and consider their worthiness. I saved the big one for last. Mercury opposing Jupiter. Now, together, the two can do a whole lot of good. But when they're in opposition, once again, oppositions is, relationship energy. And it's very important to, focus on facts and not just the big picture. That's where you can have problems with Jupiter. All right, it has a tendency to be a little bit scattered. So there could be some wonderful things being cooked up here. In the Four of Cups, we see, that something that's behind you that you need to take a look at that's on offer. So you might be checking out, different things which are, open and available to you that you didn't previously consider. But you need to ask yourself, do you have all of the facts in order to make an informed decision? I'm thinking probably not just yet. So stay tuned, because we will have days when it will come up that'll say, oh yeah, it's a good time to make that commitment. But I don't think it's today. Today wants you to really give it a big, long think. I want to thank you all very much for being here. I'll see you here again tomorrow. And as always, have a great day.